Y'all made my head spin again. Well done.
Oh,
well done.
Thank you.
And I mean, we attribute it to this duo, this partnership right here. 5th time collaborating. What is it about this pairing that just works so well for the two of you?
You know, I think the trust, you know, comfortability. You know, since day one, he's always felt like, you know, long lost brother and best friend, great leader, you know, one of the, you know, first people as I was trying to figure out, you know, my place in Hollywood and entertainment, my path, my trajectory, that believed in me fully, and my potential and what I could be and what I could do. And yeah, that's continued to grow and strengthen as the years went on.
I mean, for me, it's that what he just did with grabbing that, getting that mug out of the way. You know, just the kindness. It's a quality that's sadly being lost. You know, and specifically like when people are in positions where they don't have to be like that. You know, he always was, and he's the same on the set as when we were making a $800,000 movie 13 years ago, as he is today on a major motion picture with IMAX cameras and the world as his oyster. You know what I mean? And he still moves with a sense of kindness and empathy and is hard on himself in that he wants to continue to be better. And to push the medium
and
forward.
So do you.
Absolutely.
And I was telling you last night, like attracts like.
You did
You know
say
what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
So I just feel like
Yeah.
you guys have that energy. You're bringing it forth in each other, and you expect it from yourself. So this relationship works.
And that thesis is true because our whole cast was similar. This cast was amazing. Like I've never had a cast this selfless from top to bottom. You know,
Well, you're delivering great product, Ryan.
right
I
on.
mean, from directing, leadership, writing. I'm curious though, why did you want to keep this storyline so under wraps? Because we were clueless until the very end, man.
To be honest with you, what I was trying to do, it's interesting. That's a really great question. This was an exercise in nostalgia for me, right? The film for me, it was a dedication to my uncle who passed away in 2015. And he was from a world that I had never been. Like I knew him in Oakland, you know what I mean? Like he had lived his whole childhood and early adulthood in Mississippi, a place I'd never been. It was only stories and music to me, right? So I was trying to recapture and resurrect that, like an ancestral memory, you know, through the process of making this film artistically. But then in terms of the release, I wanted to give audiences of 2025 the feeling that I had in 1995. You know, when I go to the movies and there was no social media, it was no 5,000 ways to ruin a plot before you show up.
Yeah.
You know, you literally would buy a ticket, know a little bit about a movie.
Right.
You know, walk in there and just be blown away from moment to moment and hearing strangers react 100 feet from you and 100 feet behind you.
It was audible in the theater.
Well,
people were jumping. I mean, I did several times.
Like all of the secrecy and the protection was in the effort to protect this moment. It was for the audience. You know, I wanted to give the audience something unexpected. I wanted to give them a rock concert, roller coaster ride of a movie.
I ain't ever seen no demons, no ghosts, no magic, till now.
It's difficult to convince people to come, you know what I mean? And we shot it on the biggest format possible. I got the biggest movie stars I could find for each role, an incredible discovery of a role. You know, I wanted to have all the ingredients, you know, to give people a great time at the movies. And a part of that ingredients, sadly, is a little bit of secrecy, you know? And we kind of gotta walk the razor blade because, you know, people gotta know at least what it is a little bit.
Exactly.
You know, to show up.
I'm curious, Michael, because in your experiences with obviously like this project, your past Marvel roles, have you ever come really close to slipping up on revealing a plot line that you probably shouldn't have? Oh, Ryan's laughing. He knows something that I don't know.
I don't think so. I'm
pretty good, man.
I'm pretty good.
I saw you ate the hot wing for me, bro. I saw that.
What is Ryan's most annoying habit as a creative partner?
Dude, I got you, man. I got you, man.
Yeah.
That's love right there.
Yeah, it was, bro. I said, man, what's he about to do? Because I knew he was about to say if you didn't, you know what I'm saying?
No,
I said, you about to have to give me up. You said, I'm gonna eat this wing, man.
That is friendship right there. Truly, truly. My God. And can I tell you, like, I feel like this film, like,
It's crazy.
Yeah.
turns the horror genre on its head because we even have little sprinkling of historical elements. How much did you enjoy bringing American history elements to life in this film as well, Michael?
It felt good. It was, you know, especially in these characters that, you know, were the grownest role guys that I've ever played before. You know, Smoke and Stack was most fully realized men, you know, of who they are, and there was no changing, you know, them, you know. So to be able to be so firmly rooted in who they are and their skin and their journey, their past, and who and where they wanted to go. It felt good to tell those stories, to tell that experience. You know what I'm saying? To speak from that cloth, from that foundation. It felt really good.
And you know, it was like going into this, Michael B. Jordan ×2, and I thought, oh, is this going to be like a scary Parent Trap, you know, situation? I mean, no, but you're like, how's he gonna pull this off? But there was nothing. I mean, no offense, right?
No.
But, you know, it's like, how are we gonna get this? Is he gonna be like, oh, I'm your twin? Oh, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It was not gimmicky at all. And honestly, sometimes things like that can become distracting.
Yeah.
And it wasn't distracting. You were two different characters.
Yeah.
That had to be, I mean, what kind of convincing did it take on your part to say that had to be so challenging?
You know, I mean, I guess it goes back to your first question. I guess that level of trust and
Yeah.
understanding of, you know, I know I'm in great hands,
Yeah.
you know, and he had a vision, you know, so it's like, all right, let me see what he sees, and you know, giving me all the tools that I need to create these two guys, you know, I had a great, you know, dialect coach in Beth McGuire who helped, you know, me cultivate cadence and where they hold their traumas at and how they walk and their mannerisms, and we created these two different people. And you know, Ryan had, you know, two close friends that are twins, Noah and Logan, that I was able to call and hear their stories and walk me through meditations that they would go through, you know,
Wow.
and get into the psychology of what
My gosh.
twins were, and just with all those tools, with the costumes and the set and everything, you know, all the department heads in the world that he created, you know, going in and out of those characters, what was challenging, but I had everything I needed.
Yeah.
You know, the music helped me. You know, you know, down to the gold caps and the spacers that they had in his teeth, and the other characters that treated me specifically to who I was and at that time, and so when I was Smoke, everybody on set knew it.
Yeah.
You know, when I was Stack, everybody on set knew that, and the ones that Stack was connected to and closer to, I gravitated towards them, and all the other actors never felt no type of way.
It was impressive.
Cool.
It truly was.